Hey guys, CRICUT here for Simon Says Stamp. Today we are releasing the Honey Bee Fall Beauty stamp set. It's absolutely stunning. You have a super large floral with really fun and encouraging sentiments. I absolutely love this stamp set and it's going to be perfect for some coloring. However, you know me, I am keeping it simple with basic supplies. So we're going to be using heat embossing ink and black embossing powder along with some distress oxides. We're going to make two cards. This technique is going to be super quick, which is going to allow you to mass produce these cards. You're also going to be needing some noodle drops for embellishment. So let's get started. All right, guys, so I have some purple tape and I'm going to create two strips. So I have already taped down one of my card bases. And now we're going to go ahead and tape the second one. We're going to begin with the blue version. So we have Distress Oxide and Faded Jeans and in Peacock Feathers. We're going to begin with the lightest color starting at the very bottom. And this is going to be a fade out ombre effect. So we're going to do that lightest and then we're going to come in with that Faded Jeans, which is the next darkest color. Be sure to really get that dark color on the bottom and then blending that color up so it creates a nice little ombre and then flicker it with water. And that is why we're using Distress Oxides, because it reacts with water. It's going to give it a very nice texture without having to do a ton of effort. For our second card, we're going to do a girly version. So we're going to do the Spice Marmalade. We're going to start at the center of the card and bring in that color to the top and really fading that out. Be sure to not blend out side of those tape lines because then it's going to show. If you need to get some thicker tape so you don't do that, that works too. If you don't have purple tape, you can totally do some white cardstock or printer paper and be sure to cover your surface with some printer paper. All right, last but not least, we are using the Wilted Violet and we're going to bring that color up. Again, having a very dark blending down the bottom and then bringing that color up. I'm going to speed up the video for the process of this video, but you get to see this beautiful little sunset color we got going on, and we're going to flicker the water onto it. And I really love how you can see in the video how it's reacting to that water. We are going to slowly remove the washi tape or the purple tape, and you have two beautiful blended panels. All right, so now I have the image from the Fall Beauty stamp set ready to go on my Misty, and I have positioned it to where I just need to pop in that cardstock right on the top. I'm going to be sure it's going to fit where I want it to be, and then I'm going to grab my Simon Says Stamp clear embossing and watermark ink, and I'm going to really ink up the whole floral and that gorgeous sentiment. And again, this is an easy technique, an easy way to create mass produced cards, especially floral cards. You can always use those. So we're going to press down, really get that image nice and even. I like to pull up to see and be sure that I got everything. So I kind of miss a center spot there and it's a little bit difficult to see on the video, but I'm going to go ahead and add some more ink to that stamp set, press it down again, and then we can move on to adding our heat embossing powder and then heat setting. So I am using the Simon Says Stamp black embossing powder, and I really like it over others because it is very fine detail and it just makes those really itty bitty details on those stamp sets really pop up, which is really fun. All right, so I'm going to cover the entire thing. Be sure that your cardstock is completely dry before you go heat embossing, because if not, the embossed paper or the embossed powder is going to stick to those wet areas. So we have that ready to go. Clean off any of the excess with your fingers or a little brush and get that nice and clean, because whatever's left on the card is going to show. All right, I have my Wagner heat gun tool and I'm going to start heat setting everything, and I really love how it gets darker And I love this stamp set. It's a beautiful stamp set to color. I cannot wait to see what everybody else makes with it. But I want to keep it simple and I wanted to keep it easy for you and make several cards with it. Okay, I'm going to turn over my card stock, my card base, and then keep heat setting. Do not burn your fingers at this point. The gun is nice and hot, and honestly, that hurts. All right, so we're going to do the same process with our second card, that sunset one we did, and then we're going to begin putting these guys together. So we're going to create two versions with this. I have the black cardstock and the white cardstock. I placed foam adhesive on the back, removing the backer, and then I'm going to turn it just a little bit. I'm going to repeat the process with my white one off to the opposite side, and now we have two gorgeous cards ready to be embellished. On the blue one, I'm going to embellish with the black glitter Nuvo drops, and I'm just adding these Nuvo drops all around the floral image. You can totally come back in and add some clear and it would make it quite pretty. For our sunset color one, I'm going to be using some yellow Nuvo drops that kind of match that top color, and then adding some bubblegum Nuvo drop to finish up and just add a bit more color. I think my favorite one is the sunset one, but they both ended up quite nice and quite pretty. Again, thank you so much for joining me today. This is CRICUT Thompson for Simon Says Stamp using the Honeybee Fall Beauty Stamp Set. Have an amazing day.